YouTube, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl, and today we're going to be doing a video on a behind the scenes tour of my eBay and Amazon setup. So this is my guest house, and after I shop at estate sales or garage sales, thrift stores, wherever I may have gotten my inventory that day, I park in the front and I walk my materials in. And you may be wondering why we're doing this video, but I have to tell you, in the last 5 years of selling, I have redone all my processes at least 3 times. And that takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of money, and I'm hoping that if you're new, I can maybe help you with a real life example on what to do or what not to do. And if you've been doing this for a while and you need to tweak your processes, maybe just a good visual aid will help. So come on inside and I'll show you what I do. So as you can see, I have boxes of books on the floor. And the reason I have books is because we're going into the summer and I have a lot of homeschool educational materials, curriculum, books, and aids. And that's what I'm working on right now. So I bring all my inventory in, I park it right here on the floor in my office, and I leave it there until I'm ready to list. So behind me I have all my supplies. I have envelopes, bags, bubble wrap, extra cartridges and paper, ink, and tape. And I also have a place for all of my receipts and paperwork. And this is my desk and my workspace area. Once I decide I want to sell an item, I bring it over here and I bring it into the photo area. And this is kind of an inexpensive makeshift photo area. There's nothing elaborate. You can buy the big expensive lights and everything if you want, but these are actually from Walmart. And I think they cost me all of like $12 each. So they move and I can actually adapt the lighting to suit the item that I'm trying to show. This here is actually a photography background, and I can take it off and wash it and pop it back on. It comes in black and white, and I got that online as well. So I put my item here in my photography area, and I use my phone app, my Amazon or my eBay app, and I take pictures from my iPhone of my item, and I list it, the whole process, from my phone. And once I have finished listing the item, I then take it and I place it into my inventory boxes. Now, as you will see, I use banker boxes. I love these things. I got all of them on Craigslist for a really good price from an attorney's office. And it's the perfect size. It has handles. It's easy to walk around with. And the most important fact is I'm able to label them with my own inventory labeling system, which I'll explain in just a minute. So once I have brought my items in, I have taken pictures of them, I have listed them on either Etsy or eBay or Amazon, and then I have put them in my inventory boxes. I'm going to walk them to my inventory area. But before we leave, I want to show you a little bit of how I organize my space. So here behind me is my entrepreneur board. This is a board of all the methods of money I hope to make in the future. I will be doing videos on most all of this. I have my measuring tapes because when you're shipping, you need to measure your items. And I also have my USPS boxes that they were so kind to give me. And when I have packaged an item, I place it in these. I have 2 of them. And I just pick them up and put them in my van, and off to the post office I go. I have all of my priority UPS boxes here against the wall. And I have my work calendar here. And this is where I write anything I need to work on, like work on Easter items for this month. I also have, pack my Amazon boxes, how much I want to list that day. Very organized on my goals for my work. So this is the office space. I have 2 printers. I have an inkjet. I have a laser printer, my miscellaneous office supplies, scissors, pens, 2 monitors because I like to watch Netflix while I list. And this is just a kind of a creative idea board. So now that you've seen my space, we're going to take our box to the inventory room. While we're walking past this mammoth pile of books, I have been pulling out all my books because I'm going to do an Amazon FBA order, my first FBA fulfillment, and I'm going to be going through these books to see which items I think will be good for Amazon FBA, and that's actually going to be my next video. So this is what it looks like now, and you'll have to tune in to see how it looks later. So follow me. This is my garage, or what used to be my garage. It is now my inventory station for mainly my eBay items. So here you can see all of my banker boxes. I have 5 rows of them. There's 4 here that you can see, and there's a row in the back. The row in the back holds all of my shipping boxes. I never pay for shipping boxes. I get them free from grocery stores or my friends, or even the USPS lady saves them for me, which is very nice. And I store them all in the garage on that last row. These are organized by color codes and by symbols. So what I do on my eBay listing is, if I have an item, like example for this, I have a leapfrog tag, pin, and case. And when I list this on eBay, at the very beginning of the title, I actually will put this symbol. And it doesn't really take away from the title. It's not letters or anything that might be confusing to a customer. Most times you will see somebody put stars or exclamation points to kind of emphasize their product, and they may think that that's what this is. But at the beginning of your title or the end, you can just place a single symbol, or you can place multiple symbols if you have a lot of inventory. And if you place them in your title as you're scrolling through what you've sold, and you have lots of items, you know immediately where it is. You don't have to click on your item and open it up. You can just, at a quick glance, realize where your item is located. You can pull it from the inventory and then take it back into the office for packaging. So here in this row, you can see I have all symbols. You may wonder how I came to get these symbols. These are actually the symbols that are on my iPhone. So I do not have any symbols that are not on the keyboard of my iPhone, and that's because I list using my iPhone. When I ran out of the single symbols, I just duplicated them. Like these are the 2 equal signs versus the 1 equal sign, which I also have. So once I ran out of all the symbols, using 1 of them and then using 2 of them, I then moved on to numbers. Now this row starts with bin 1, and so B is bin, and then a 1, and it goes all the way to 70 something. So I have like B74, B22, and that is in my title, and that is how I organize my inventory. And like I said, I've changed that like about 3 times, because if you just place items by category like vintage and books, you still have to look through each individual item in order to find out what you're selling, and that is really time consuming. So this way you know exactly what box that item is all the time. And it doesn't matter what the items are. These items change all the time. This box will be used over and over again. One time it might house books, sometimes it might be pillows, the next time it might be toys. So it doesn't matter what's in this box as long as it's labeled appropriately on my actual listing. You can also, if you're not comfortable putting it in your listing title, you can put it in your description. You can really put it wherever you want. The key point is that you know where your item is in your inventory without an elaborate software program that's going to tell you. So this is a very quick and efficient way to know where your items are all the time. So I have the numbers and I have the symbols. I've color coded them and I put them all in banker boxes. And once I sell an item, I walk in here, I grab all my items because I know right where they are. It doesn't matter, like I said, if it's a vintage item in this box, all that matters is that it's there and I know where it is. I grab it very fast and I walk back to my office to ship the item. So once I have the item that I'm going to ship, I'll just take our tag example here. So once I have this and I know that it's already sold and I've pulled it out of my garage inventory, I walk back to my office. Okay, once in the office with our ship item, I no longer use my phone, I use my computer. And on my computer, I go to my eBay. For example, it could be Amazon or Etsy or whatever forum you're using. And I always check my feedback. I always look at my unsold items so that I can relist them. And I always look at what's sold so that I can ship them that same day, because you want to be very fast in your shipping. So while I'm in there, I grab my box, my shipping box, and I grab my item, and I come in here and I get on my computer, and I will use my scale to weigh the item. I will use my measuring tape to measure the dimensions of the box. I will tape it up with my tape and my scissors, printing my labels up, and brown paper it or put it in a box, and off it goes in my little UPS boxes and USPS, and it gets shipped to the seller. So that is the whole process from the point of entry into my door to being listed, to sitting in inventory, to being sold, and then I go to the post office nearly every day. You don't even have to go to the post office. They will come to your house, but I live in the country, so I just drop them off. They're all labeled. They just have to be scanned in, and it's very easy, very easy. So please, if this was helpful to you, like, comment, and subscribe to my videos, because I want to take a detailed look of every single process individually so that you can really see me doing it in action and know how to do it for yourself when the time comes. So thank you, and I will be talking to you soon.